probably runway 34 today.
Okay. Run up the same area?
No.
Oh.
We're going to be going over to runway 34.
Okay, there's a run up there?
Yeah, more or less. It's like a big intersection. That's where we're going to do it. All right. 100% crosswind today. So
saw that.
Fun times are going to be had. I almost hit a cat today.
Taxiing?
No, landing. I was trying to land.
Is this taxiway?
Yeah. I was trying to stop it, and there's a cat running across, and it just stopped. The cat stopped in the middle of, like, deer in the headlights. And I was telling my student, like, Stace, you see the cat? You see a cat? You gotta use the brake, Stace, we're gonna hit the cat! And we had to get on really hard to avoid hitting the cat. We almost made Kung Pao chicken. That was pretty bad. You see this intersection up here on the right where it's just a big lot?
Yep.
Yeah, that's where we're going to do it. We're going to turn into it and then turn back around.
Tell me when to start my turn there. Here.
Yeah. Keep it coming, like all the way.
All the way back?
And all the way back. That's right. And then just stop yourself before you get back on the taxiway. See, perfect. Now we're in the wind. Okay. Let's run through our run-up checklist. No brakes, all rudder. Get your feet off the brakes. Ailerons into the wind. Just a little aileron in the wind. Use the rudders to control yourself. Looking for about 60. Now start bringing it back. There it is. Very good. Already traffic, Cherokee 454 Mike Delta is going to be departing the area to the north, Boulevardy. Okay. Well, we got positive rate of climb. We got stable airspeed, so bring it back 1 notch. Cool. Right rudder. There, it'll climb better, see?
Right downwind, 3,000.
Way bumpy.
A freaking bird.
Oh.
Yeah, we almost nailed it too. Alright, let's go turn out towards the lake. I didn't mean to spook you, but you would have been...
Oh, is he doing the rudder thing again?
Right base, push you back.
Doing the bird thing. Oh man, did you see that bird?
I didn't see him.
Gotta be looking outside. I know, it's a lot of plates spinning right now. So, with your rudders, I rest my heels on the ground,
Traffic,
and I use the balls of my feet to push the rudder pedals. I don't use the center of my feet. Yeah, when I go to take off, I just slide my feet down because I don't need the brakes anymore.
Got it.
Let's go up to 3,500. All right. Well, I think we did some slow flight, some stuff like that last time. But what I wanted to, we can review some of that. But I think first let's go into our emergency procedures here. So let's see. In a minute here, you might lose your engine. Anything could happen. But why don't you tell me your sequence, the sequence of events?
So first to be trimmed to best glide speed, which would be 85.
Yeah.
Look for a place to put down.
Yep.
At that point, I think you said start at the right side.
Yeah, and then work your way left.
Go left. So mixture.
Yeah.
Throttle.
Just leave it where it is.
Yeah. Carb heat in the...
Yeah, I did those a little out of order, but yeah, I just did the magnetos last, right? Because it's a list of priorities, or possibilities. So it's mixture full rich, fuel pump on, go down to fuel select, just select something else, check the magnetos. Oh, I think there's another one that's not in there, but it's on here. And check that the primer is in and locked.
39 Charlie Delta is about 5 miles west of the field. Going to enter it.
And then you verify it with your emergency checklist. So I don't know that you have that in front of you. So I have mine here. So we can go ahead and borrow mine. It's power loss in flight right here. Okay, so you lost your engine.
Best glide speed 85.
Okay, and trim it so you don't have to touch it. Wrong way. Yes.
Cherokee, just turning crosswind. Are you going right crosswind or left crosswind?
Crosswind for April 7.
Okay,
there's 85, there's a runway right there.
Oh, you can't glide to that.
Huh?
There's no way you could glide to that.
For 17.
No?
No way. Let's choose another
There's
one.
a park. There's a park right below me.
Hey, perfect. Let's circle around it. Make sure we're gonna land. Make sure we're gonna make it there. Shut up.
So boat launch and a park right there. Gotta stay at
Yeah, cool.
85 right there. There's
So
although it's
yeah,
kind of
wind was out of the
cheesy.
wind was out of the east, so we can land with a headwind. Okay. Now do your checklist for engine restart. No, you do it and then you verify it.
So mixture.
Mixture full rich.
Throttle.
Yeah. Now just go to fuel pump. Fuel pump on.
Fuel pump on.
Check that the primer's in and locked.
Primer in and locked.
Yeah, you can actually do it. Alright. Then we would switch fuel tanks.
Do that.
Yep. Move that to the R. Alright. And then you check your magnetos.
Want me to do them or not do them?
No, sure.
Oh.
Yeah, you check the left one. Check the right one. Oh man, this thing's not starting. So then you would declare an emergency.
Oh,
So that's on 121.5.
right.
Where's your park?
Huh?
Where's your park?
We're just about over it.
I don't know that we could make it back there. Yep.
Although there's a good spot right ahead of us.
Hey, there you go. And then it's 7,700. You would have made your spot right there. So let's go around here before this thing terrain pull up. All right. Remember, you're gonna have to fight your trim a little bit. Yeah. There you go.
Right rudder, Roger.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have made that just fine. Oh boy. But don't overshoot it.
Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah, don't overshoot it.
It's better to overshoot than hit a tree on the inbound.
That is agreeable.
So we came down from 3,500 to 1,500, right? Pretty darn quick.
Yeah, this is not a very good glider. This is not a good glider.
It's like a large footlocker.
Traffic
That's
Cherokee
right.
281 Charlie, pressing 17. We're leaving the field for northeast departure, Leno. Last call.
You turn off the fuel pump now.
Just like that. Thank you. You too.
Yeah, part of the problem is the layout's different in each plane.
Oh.
But I think this one you just go all along the strip and then back to the keys. Yeah, it's just mixture full rich, carb heat out, fuel pump on, primers in and locked, fuel tank switch, then do your keys.
So I didn't understand the reason for the carb heat.
Okay, so
51L.
okay, so when the air that's coming into the carburetor, so the carburetor is what mixes the fuel and the air together. So it goes through effectively a venturi, right?
Yep.
And it lowers the pressure a little bit in there, and lowering that pressure lowers the temperature. Also, injecting the aerosolized gasoline, so you know if you reduce the pressure of anything, it reduces the temperature, so law of thermodynamics. So if you're converting dense gas into a less dense vapor form of it, you're also reducing its density, it's getting cooler. So the potential is that cooler air inside the carburetor contains moisture, and that moisture can come out of solution and stick and freeze on the inside of it, and will start to restrict the area inside the carburetor. Yeah, that's right.
So your carb heat is basically in case you've collected ice in there.
Yeah, and we notice that the engine's running rough. So when we open up carb heat, what we're doing is we're opening a valve that's taking air, passing over the hot engine, and then bringing it through the carburetor. But it's unfiltered air, so we don't want to run with it normally. We can do it for a short time, we can test with it, and we can kind of do it here. So the emergency procedures are something that you can practice at home. It's something that you can sit in a chair and pretend you're in an airplane and go through. Your mixture full rich, leave the throttle, carb heat on, fuel pump on, primers in and locked, fuel on another tank, and then check your magnetos.
You probably do that pretty good in Microsoft Flight Simulator too. It has all the switches.
Yeah, if they're in the same place, but my point is you just want to make sure you have a flow and try not to forget anything. That's the important part of that. Okay. Well, I don't know that we can practice real good instrument procedures without those foggles fitting, right? I don't want to make it so distracting, so annoying on your face that you can't fly. So instead, I just want to introduce you to the concepts of the turn coordinator down here. Yeah, so that 2 minutes, it means that it gets down to 3,500. So 2 minutes means that it would take us exactly 2 minutes to turn 360 degrees as long as we keep the wingtips on the white bars above the L and the R, right? When you get into inadvertent instrument conditions, air traffic, like there's no regulation that says, okay, you have to make all your turns what are called standard rate, and that's what that is. So you don't have to make all your turns standard rate. But that's what air traffic control is going to expect you to do. When you're under instrument flight rules, that is what you do. You unless otherwise specified is what they say. Make all your turns standard rate or half standard rate is the terminology that they use.
And what degree of bank is that?
It depends a little bit on your airspeed. If you're going 100, it's going to be a little less than 20, like 17. It's a rule for the speeds that we fly is your airspeed divided by 10 plus 7. So 100 is 10 plus. Yeah, so the answer to the short answer to that is just use this.
Yeah. All right.
And the answer is hit the I believe button and just fly the standard rate. Yeah, there's a formula. Don't worry about the formula unless that fails. All right. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you here, if we get a stopwatch going, you can see that if we're on a due east heading, so hold the due east heading. Okay, and we have a stopwatch. So start a standard rate turn to the left here, like now. Okay, and 30 seconds later we'll be heading north. About 30 seconds, I guess. Well, not exactly. Kind of past north at like the 26-second mark. But that's pretty close. So yeah, that's what that turn coordinator's for. It's because it was invented because if you get into a turn, this has all sorts of turning errors. Yep. I don't know if you read about that.
Yes.
They're just a bitch to understand, but there's acceleration errors, there's magnetic dipping errors.
Dipping errors depending on whether you're going north, south, or east, west.
That's right. That's right. And when you understand how this is counterweighted, then all of those make sense. So say, for example, if you're heading just east, right? So you're heading east, that means north is to your left. The thing is counterweighted, right, to the south, okay? Or it's counterweighted in a way. So when you accelerate, it will turn to the north. It's counterweighted on north. So underneath the N, there's an extra little weight, okay? And so when you accelerate, that weight is heavier, so it kind of lags behind. That's that acceleration error. And then undershoot north, overshoot south when you're turning, or that dip error. It's just because when you're in a tilt, that counterweighted north has an easier time just like it wants to slip downhill. That's what it is. It's all countering for this counterweight. Those are the errors. Next. Oh, I'll need my stopwatch for this one. Let me see if I can get... this thing going. We're gonna do something that you don't think is challenging, but is pretty challenging. Alright? So, why don't you get us a heading of just, here's fine. Alright? Just whatever we're at, just keep it. Okay, so look, it's about a 045, just about there, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's have you turn to some compass headings. Okay.
Jerk.
I know, right? Well, why don't you give me a turn to the north here, a left turn to the north.
Sorry, I'm going east. That's the lag.
Yeah. Just want you to see how hard it is to account for these errors. The wind's not helping you. Oh, look at that! Undershoot north, overshoot south. It's those errors.
Ands.
So, now the question becomes, how do you overcome that? The answer is timed turns to compass headings. If you talk to air traffic control, so in the airman certification standards, they also want you to do like constant airspeed climbs in ascents. What kind of asshole controller would take like, oh yeah, I'm a private student, I'm not instrument rated, I accidentally got into some clouds. He's like, okay, maintain 500 feet per minute descent with 100 miles per hour. What kind of dick is going to do that? Nobody. We can test it anyway. Alright, so we're headed just about, see, it's hard to get on north because this thing, it scrolls kind of opposite of what you think. Right? If you want to turn, if like north is to the left of this, so you think you have to turn left, right? Alright, roll out, let's see what happens. Nope! You went more to the right. So this thing is just a pain. I like the compass card ones better. Because it's just like the directional gyro.
That's the part where it said it's only right in unaccelerated.
Yeah, unaccelerated straight line. And
straight level flight.
You can see that. So,
my goodness.
Yeah, okay, so we're at about a 315. So 315 minus 360 is 45. So if we want to do 3 degrees per second, we need to, 45 degrees is at 3 degrees per second. 15. So let's make a left turn for 15 seconds standard rate. Okay. Sorry, I know public math is... It's hard when you're flying a plane. It's only because I'm sitting over here and you're giving me an airplane ride. You're paying me to get an airplane ride. Okay, so about 15 seconds. There we go. There's about west. Alright, cool. And if you want to turn back to the north, if it's 2 minutes for 180, okay, and we're heading west, that would mean a right turn to the north. So, at 2 degrees for 360, a 90-degree turn would be 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yep. So let's try it out. Let's try to go to the north. Almost there. It might not be exact. Alright, that's about 30. Oh, look how close we were! Hey, nice! So
that's why it's got a timer.
That's why it has a timer. I just wear a watch. But yeah, that's why it has a timer. Also, I can't reach that timer. That's part of the reason. So yeah. So that turn coordinator, it was invented and perfected before the attitude indicator and before the directional gyro. Well, the directional gyro came soon after. But that turn coordinator was invented because compasses were annoying to use. That's why. Good job. Good job. That was pretty cool. That's pretty cool how all that works, right?
I was surprised how... So I read all the stuff about it, and I had to read it 6 times.
You have to use it.
I had to read it 6 times because it didn't make sense. And then I went on YouTube and found a couple of videos that described it a little better. But even then, until you see it happen, it...
Yeah, just wait till you get...
It's fiction.
Yeah, just wait till you get to VORs. Very high frequency, the VOR training for your instrument training.
These guys.
Yeah, that's a whole nother animal. Yeah, that's...
So that's actually, these I think are actually pretty fun, because these are also in the simulator, and I set up and did a course to San Antonio Airport, and was able to do the to and from, and...
we should have San Antonio tuned in here now. So if we
So
go...
I'm on the 2 path.
Yeah, so we're on the 2 path on the, looks like the... Yeah, basically the 190. So basically, if you were to steer 190, you'd be going directly to the station. Or...
Cool.
So cool. I'm glad that you looked that up, because that's pretty difficult to explain. And it's also it's difficult to get. So you used one in a simulator, right?
Yeah.
And can you honestly say that you understood how to use one before you used one?
No.
That's exactly it. So to be on the ground with a student and try to explain, like, this is how it works. Okay, they're radials and stuff. No, they really do have to use it first before they do all that. All right. Let's, we've been running on the right tank here. Let's switch it over to the left. Do the fuel, okay. Well, we would have known if it were quick by now.
Where's that spot down there?
It was like a campground or something?
Yeah, there's a few of them down there.
That's right. Oh boy. Well, okay, let's see if we can run through this emergency procedure one more time here.
Okay. Uh-oh, something went bad.
Yeah, I know.
Let's get this to 85.
Wrong way.
85. The spot right down there in that island, several of them right down there.
I see some good ones over here too.
Oh, yep, straight.
I think we're in a good spot.
Straight ahead.
Yeah, well, we want to land with an upwind, right? So just think of this as like your downwind leg for one of them.
Okay.
Because the wind's out of the east. All right. Well, you have your airspeed. You have your best spot.
All right. Mixture.
Yes.
Pull in. Carb heat.
Taylor, traffic coming November 848 is 10 miles south.
Fuel pump on. Primer's there.
Primer's locked.
Check the mag. That one's good. Check the other mag. That one's good. And no engine yet.
No.
So we're gonna switch to 121.5.
121.5.
121.5.
Do 7700.
77. I thought it was 77. Yes, 770.
Yeah.
We're gonna land at that little spot right down.
Yeah, that sounds good. Well, why don't you line up on it like it was a runway? Wait, this spot right here?
Am I too close to that one?
No, it's not even too close. Well, you're too close, and you'd be landing with a tailwind.
So, do this as a downwind.
Yeah, it's their downwind leg. Yeah, see how you could turn around and glide on in?
Yep.
All right, let's go around. Right rudder, you feel that kicking to the left?
Yep.
Cool.
Or right rudder, roger.
You hardly need me here anymore?
No. I'm gonna need you here in about 10 minutes when we go to land this thing.
All right.
I'm gonna need you real bad.
All right.
Benjamin, don't leave yet.
No? Okay. There we go. Nice and smooth, eh? Not so hard when there's no wind.
Not so hard when you're doing it.
Hey, it took me years and years. And don't feel bad if you're just starting out, because I promise you, I was worse than you at taxiing when I first started out. let's just say our landing was a little long. And if we happen to see the Mooney, we happen to see the Mooney. You know what I mean? Can you take a picture of that and text it to me? I gotta send it to my friend. He says, do they just crash all the time out there? I was like, no, it's so rare. And then I gotta send out this. Oh, man.
Come back around and stop.
Yeah. Dude. We're so obvious. All right. Liberty traffic, Cherokee 454 Mike Delta. Back